Hello and welcome back to another Sportlots card order. I'm bringing you today a 50 card order, which I spent $14.07. That is including the shipping cost. Quick update on the last sports card lot order. I said I had an issue regarding this Marvin Harrison. I ordered the Pacific Omega Copper, not the Paramount Copper. After filing a request for a refund, the seller said that they did not actually have the copper and it was just a mislabeling. So everything worked out fine. Money refunded. Told me to keep this card for my trouble. So yeah, that worked out nice. And today's order is mostly football with a few basketball cards at the end. Starting off with a lot of defensive players in this order too. So I'm going to explain why I bought these older defensive players as I go. So Fred Sporlots, defensive tackle. This guy is a local team, as the Buffalo Bills are the local team around here, although not my team I root for. But I do know a lot about Fred Sporlots. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler, I think a 1-time All-Pro player, so definitely a great player of the 80s. I have another set of 6 Buffalo Bills. These are Joe Cribbs rookie cards. And I gotta say that a lot of these cards came in just phenomenal condition. I mean, some of them were off center, but I mean, super crisp cards, as near mint to mint as I've seen so far. So the reason I purchased the Joe Cribbs, he is a kind of like in the vein of the Terrell Davis. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler, a 3,000-yard seasons, but his career got cut short due to injury. So just nice to have local guy, like I said, Buffalo Bills. 2 Matt Millens. I don't know why I pick these up sometimes. I mean, he was only, I think, a 1-time Pro Bowler, but in the Super Bowl quite a few times, and as we all know, the Detroit Lions general manager. I might give it a rest on these guys, because the more and more I think about it, the less I'm impressed with them. But 2 more anyways, just for the old collection. It's a cool card. 3 Roy Green rookie cards. This guy was a decent receiver in the 80s, a 2-time Pro Bowler. I want to say a 2-time All-Pro as well. I do know he had 3,000-yard seasons. The Cardinals were abysmal back then, so not a lot of love for Cardinal players back in the 80s and 90s, but still a great player. Underappreciated, as that seems to be the main focus of what I collect. This guy was a beast. Chris Hinton. This is a 7-time Pro Bowl guard and a 1-time All-Pro. This guy should definitely be in consideration for the Hall of Fame, maybe one day, but, you know, pick these up. Oh, by the way, all these cards, 18 cents a piece. Pick up Chris Hinton's for 18 cents if you get a chance. I mean, this guy was a beast. And as you've seen me pick up a lot of these Duran Cherries, if you watch any of my past videos, this guy was a 3-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, just a legendary safety. One of my favorite safeties of the 80s and early 90s. So Duran Cherry rookies, you can get these cheap all the time. Should be a consideration for the Hall of Fame as well. Now this guy right here, I picked up this guy. I'd never had any of his rookies. Reggie Roby. Got 5 of them right here. This guy was I want to say a 3-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time All-Pro. Really one of the only punters back when I was younger that I actually remembered. Now I know I got to see him play against the Buffalo Bills a lot as a kid, being the Dolphins, but for some reason Reggie Roby always stuck out. Great punter. I know special teamers don't get a lot of respect in the hobby, but I mean, I just had to have that. This is another guy I picked up too. Nobody I would put a lot of stock in as far as future investments, but well, maybe. I mean, he had a good like 4 or 5 year window. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, and Super Bowl champion, Jim Covert. Will he ever get into the Hall of Fame? I don't know, but I never had this card for myself, and I just wanted to get it, you know? That's why there's only one of them. Steve Mongo McMichael. Kind of the same category is the Jim Covert, a 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, kind of in that same window as Covert. This is his rookie card. He's also a 1-time member of the Four Horsemen. I don't know if anyone's going to get that reference, but never had this guy's rookie. Came in really good shape, I thought. You know, not gem by any stretch of the imagination, but as a really solid card. And just something I always wanted. 18 cents. This guy had a lot of great cards for 18 cents, I gotta tell you this. And here you go. Another guy I just picked up. He'll probably never be a Hall of Famer, just like the McMichael. Covert probably has the best chance of all three of them, I would say. But Darryl Talley played in a couple Pro Bowls. I want to say 2. A really solid linebacker, not just for the Buffalo Bills, but also for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't remember having this card, and if I did, it wasn't in great shape, so I wanted to take a chance to get something a little bit better, and really happy with this pickup. This is one of the main reasons why I even bought from this guy. 2 cards drew me in, and then the rest I just piled on. Mark Clayton rookie. Yeah, it was only 18 cents. This guy's a 5-time Pro Bowler. I mean, an amazing wide receiver. Obviously, one of Dan Marino's favorite targets, part of the Marx Brothers. I think for 18 cents, this is a steal any day of the week. And this is a really, really awesome player. I don't think many people know who this guy is. This is Carl Mecklenburg. I mean, probably Broncos fans know. But this guy right here was a 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, was in many Super Bowls. Phenomenal linebacker of the 80s and 90s. Again, just a forgotten warrior, and I just had to pick a couple up. I had a few of these, but, you know, these are in great shape and would make an excellent addition to anybody who is specking on potential future Hall of Famers that are just kind of forgotten. Because it does happen. This is another one. I think this guy is obviously a safety. Another Bronco. Dennis Smith, 6-time Pro Bowler. Love my safeties. Love my secondary guys. It's what I played in my high school playing days. Dennis Smith, this guy, along with Steve Atwater back in the day, was just phenomenal safeties for the Broncos. They had such a great run. I would imagine both those guys should be Hall of Famers. If it were up to me, they would be. And here's another guy. I really went overboard. But, man, I remember this guy. I remember seeing all the Pro Bowl cards. Albert Lewis, 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro here. Albert Lewis had a great career, not only with the Chiefs, but I also want to say with the Raiders. Another secondary guy, definitely a consideration. A lot of Chiefs, obviously. I'm not a huge Chiefs fan, but man, Chiefs had great defenses back in the 80s and 90s. And once again, I picked up the Jerome Brown. I can always resell these for a couple bucks on eBay, and picking them up for 18 cents is just a great deal, I think. A guy that unfortunately died, but only played, I want to say 4 or 5 years, but his last 2 years he was a 2-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time All-Pro. Really was on track for a phenomenal career. Rest in peace, Jerome Brown. I love that guy. And this is a great pickup. Hall of Famer, 18 cents. Kevin Green rookies. I mean, look at great condition, especially this one. This one has a little bit of a weak corner on it, but you know, for a Hall of Fame linebacker, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, Kevin Green, 18 cents. Can't go wrong ever. This, I just wanted to have this for my personal collection. A Jack Del Rio. He was only, I think, maybe a 1-time Pro Bowler, if that. Obviously, a pretty renowned coach nowadays. This was from the supplemental set. I never actually had the whole supplemental set myself. I've always just picked them up over the years. This card always seemed really out of focus. You see this? I don't know, maybe it's hard to pick up, but just wanted it. Just I thought it was Jack Del Rio's rarest rookie, and just wanted to grab one of them just for myself. As I always seem to do, I grabbed these Topps Traded Tony Martins. I know this guy was only a 1-time Pro Bowler, but what a lot of people don't know is he finished his career with over 9,000 yards. That's why I love this guy. That's why I think he is underrated and just a forgotten talent of the 90s. As well as the Terrence Mathis. As I always say, you can always get one. Somebody else is going to sell the other one in their store. The Terrence Mathis is under the same thing. He was only a 1-time Pro Bowler, but I think he was less than 200 yards short of 9,000 career yards. Great receiver, especially for the Atlanta Falcons. Those two cards, I think, are great buys at 18 cents. Probably will never make the Hall of Fame, but still legendary players for the time that they played. This guy, I don't know why this guy is not a Hall of Famer. I love the action pack cards back then. A lot of the 1991 cards and the 1990 cards were just saturated to all hell, including these action packs. But these are some of the better cards of 1991. 2 Ricky Waters, 18 cents a piece. 5-time Pro Bowler, I believe over 10,000 yards rushing. I think he's like 4th or 5th all-time leading rusher. This guy should definitely be a Hall of Famer. Grab these cards, especially these extra pack cards, if you could see them for 18 cents. And the other reason why I started buying from this gentleman, the Rodney Harrison. Of course, I got to get this Rodney Harrison card. I get them every time. I can pick them up in anybody's order. A 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. Of course, Super Bowl winning safety for the Patriots. Again, not many people realize that the 1997 card is actually his rookie year because it just mixed in with all the other base cards, not with the rookie parts of any of the sets. Great card. Must have, in my opinion. And the basketball cards to close out here. We have just one player, 3 cards. The Fleer Rod Strickland rookies. This guy is just never made an all-star team, but probably should have. Doubt he'll ever be a Hall of Famer, but just a phenomenal basketball player. If you know, I know everybody that watches football doesn't necessarily watch basketball or, you know, baseball, but back when I was younger, I watched football, basketball, and baseball. So Rod Strickland, love this player, love these cards. So that'll do it. We'll work on getting another Sportlot card order up to you, hopefully within a week. So take care. Later.